Hey guys, welcome back to Amanda's Favorites, where I have new videos for you every Tuesday. Today's video is one of my favorite of the entire year. It is the PowerSheets launch video. This is going to be going over the 2020 PowerSheets and a few accessories. PowerSheets launch tomorrow, October 16th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. All right, let's jump in. I was sent these PowerSheets early by Cultivate What Matters so that I could get this review video up for you guys before launch, and I am so grateful for their generosity. I was also sent a few accessories that I'm going to show you in this video, and I can guarantee you that I will be ordering more accessories on launch day. If you are purchasing PowerSheets or any other items from Cultivate What Matters, I would be so grateful if you used my affiliate link, which is down below in my description box. That helps me out so much to be able to get products from these companies to review for you guys, and also I get to make a small percentage of the sale, which helps me out tremendously with all the time and effort that I put into my channel and my Instagram. Thanks so much for supporting me in that way. Let's look at the PowerSheets first, and then we will jump into a few of the accessories that I've been sent, which is the sticker book, the accessory pouch, the wildcard pages, and I still have my sticky note pad from last year, which they are still selling this year. If you order on launch day, you get this really cute sticker, but that comes free with a launch day order. They will have free shipping, I believe, on $100 or more orders for launch day and the day after, just for 2 days. I do want to address, starting right off, that PowerSheets have changed from last year. Last year, they had this white plastic coil, which I actually grew to love, to be honest. They had just a flexible, wipeable cover. I had stuck in a sticky pocket from Erin Condren. This year, they have changed up quite a bit. We have a hardcover and an O-ring bound. They are heavier than last year's. So I weighed these PowerSheets because these are the kinds of questions I've been getting on Instagram, and they weighed in at 2 pounds and 3 ounces. Some people asked me to compare that to the weight of a simplified planner, a simplified daily. That weighs in at 1 pound and 14 ounces. Just to give you an idea, if you have a simplified daily planner, 2 pounds and 3 ounces, 1 pound and 14 ounces, this is a pretty hefty book. But PowerSheets are not something that I personally carry out of my house at all. Think about that. It's not something that you have to carry around with you everywhere like your planner. It can definitely stay at home, and the monthly tending lists are perforated. Those can be taken out to be put on a clipboard or even put in your planner and carried everywhere with you. We'll get more into what the tending list is. I just had my teenage son run down and weigh last year's PowerSheets for me because I had forgotten to weigh those, and those came in at 1 pound 13 ounces. Last year's PowerSheets pretty much weighed the exact same as Simplified Daily Planner. I mean, they're 1 ounce off. This year's PowerSheets are heftier at 2 pounds 3 ounces, but that is because they have a hard cover and they have added the O-ring coil. For a size difference on Simplified Planner, you can see if we line up the rings and the bottom is lined up, PowerSheets have a margin of being at least 1 inch bigger on the top and almost a full inch bigger on the side. So they are bigger, and that paperweight is going to weigh more. I personally couldn't tell you which binding I am going to prefer better until I get into using this year's. So I've only had 2020s for 1 day. I have not gotten to use it a whole year. I personally came to love the spiral binding and the lightweight cover. I didn't mind it one bit. I actually loved it, and I still had no problem writing on my couch on it or in my bed, but that was just me. I know everyone will have a different experience with binding, and I know many people love hardcovers. It does make it easier when you are going to write in bed or on the couch, for sure. They have the gold corner covers. The confetti cover has gold foiling, which is just beautiful. Then they have a teal linen, and then they also have a hot pink linen, and then they have a blooms cover. So they have 4 covers this year. And I am going to let you in on a little secret before we jump in here. I have actually already ordered the teal linen cover. It's just not here yet. I wish it was to be able to show you guys in this video too and talk about the texture. I ordered that in the affiliate pre-sale. We're allowed to order a little bit early, but mine has not come yet. This is a wipe clean smooth cover, like very much you could spill anything on this. I feel like it. They said their linen covers are also wipe clean. You could spill on it. So that's great to know. I will be showing the teal linen when it comes on my Instagram. The reason I've ordered 2 PowerSheets for 2020 is here it goes. This past year was my first year to use PowerSheets, and I shared them with you guys through YouTube videos and how it was going. I shared all my goals. I shared on Instagram. I really feel like after now using them for a year that I might dig in deeper and I might come up with even more substantial goals. I might come up with some goals that I want to keep private that I might not have let come out, that I didn't feel like sharing with the whole world. So I feel like subconsciously I might have been holding back in my last PowerSheets when I was making the goals, knowing that I was going to be sharing them with everyone. So this year I wanted a set that does not get written in, so I can just share on Instagram with you guys, page layouts, things like that, do comparisons, because I do comparisons of goal planners and videos. I needed a set to be able to share with you guys to not put my personal goals in. I haven't decided which cover I'm going to use for my private use. Whichever PowerSheets cover I decide to use for my personal PowerSheets, I might talk about how it's going. I might talk about how many goals I came up with. I might talk about my word of the year, but I am not going to share my goals or my progress this year. And I want to see if that makes a difference in what goals I come out with, knowing that they're private and that I am the only person that's going to see them. And I just have a feeling that it's going to cause me to dig deeper and dig into things that are even harder for me to work on, into things that possibly I just wouldn't want to share with the world. So I'm sure you guys can all understand that. And I love seeing people's PowerSheets and their goals too. I truly do. I completely understand if they want to keep them private, because goals can sometimes be very private and things that you just don't want to work through with everyone on YouTube or Instagram. So I wanted to let you guys in on that secret. I will be talking, well, it's not a secret. I will be talking about it on Instagram also and getting more into that. All right, your PowerSheets this year come with a really nice secured pocket. It feels very secure. It doesn't come out that far, so you can't put anything too thick in it. Your PowerSheets come with your word of the year card, which I love. My word from last year was savor, and I've kept that in mind all year long. And all year long, I thought about making a piece of jewelry with that word on it, and then I just never did. I love Made by Mary jewelry. You can look her up on Instagram. I have only bought one of her necklaces, but I recently placed an order when she had a big 25% off sale for 2 more necklaces and some rings. But I have thought about ordering from her something that said my word of the year. And each year, if I got a piece of jewelry with my word of the year, I thought that would be cool. My last order, I completely forgot that I wanted to do that. So I have not done that yet. Maybe in the future I will. That's your word of the year card, which you can of course keep on a bulletin board, out on your desk, or just in your planner, on your bathroom mirror, something to keep you reminded of your word of the year. You have Laura's handwriting on her famous quote, all those things you've always wanted to do, you should go do them. And it's actually a postcard. If you want to send this to someone, I think it's a great postcard to mail off to someone. And every year your PowerSheets come with a year card. 2020, let's do this, designed differently. And I actually love those. I think it's like a good collectible thing to keep. So those are in my pocket right now. I have a feeling I'm going to forget to talk about paperweight because it just came to mind. So I thought I would show you guys some writing in last year's. This is 120 GSM paper, which equals 81 pounds. So it is great paper. It does not have like a lot of tooth to it. It's pretty smooth, but not slick at all. So it's very matte. It absorbs and takes pen well. Here's a blank sheet. You can see pen does not show through. It does not have problem with any bleeding at all. There's the back of that page, and a blank page is even easier to see things on than a page that already has print on it. This year's paper is the exact same as last year's paper. They said they did not change the paper. Your paper should react just the same this year. Just to compare it, Erin Condren paper is 80 pound. This is 80 pound paper. They just listed as 120 GSM. But like I told you, it will not feel exactly the same as Erin Condren paper because it is not the same paper. It doesn't smell the same. For my paper lovers who smell paper like me, it doesn't have the tooth to it that Erin Condren does. That's our paper talk. One thing I have to mention is something that draws me to PowerSheets over other goal planning systems, because that is a question I've been asked. Number 1, it's the tending list every month, which we will get to. Number 2, it is the flow of the planner. It is the flow of the goal setting system and the way it flows throughout the year. It just resonates with my brain, with the way that I want to check in and plan my goals. It's motivating to me because of its beauty. And I will 100% say that. I want to use it because it is beautiful. It feels beautiful in hand. It feels luxurious to write in. It feels like you're giving yourself a treat to be able to write in this book, scribble in this book, plan your goals in this book. Do not be afraid to make it a mess. Mine last year, all the pages, my tending lists are the neatest thing in the entire book, and they're not super neat. What I'm saying is all the other pages are scribbled and just real life, getting in there, digging deep, and filling out those prompts and being guided to where I want to go in my life. Those 3 reasons are the main reasons why I love PowerSheets over other goal planning systems. There are other goal planning systems that are amazing and that do a great job. I have those reviews up on my channel. I actually have a goal planning playlist now. I just recently made that playlist for you guys, and I am working on pulling my goal planning videos into there. I will be talking more about on Instagram. If you want like a list of goal planners to look at on my channel, I will be posting that on Instagram. Also, something to think about is some planners are made with a pretty good goal planning system in the planner itself. I'm not going to list them all here, but I will do that on Instagram for you. However, this is just a goal planning system for a year. It is not combined with a planner. So that's something to think about. Do you want your goal setting system to be separate from your planner, or do you want it to be integrated in your planner? There's not one way that's better than the other. It's really just which system do you want to use and which one works better for you. Now let's do a full walkthrough of the PowerSheets. You have this beautiful starting 2020 page. Let's do this. Clear vision, intentional goals. Your best year is here. Laura wrote this out. There is so much coaching throughout this planner. That is also what I love about it. There's motivation, there's coaching. They guide you through it. Last year, I was a little bit intimidated starting this because there is 28 pages of goal prep work, and I had never done anything like that before. But you know what, you guys? I breezed through that. It was not hard for me, probably because I am not a perfectionist and I am not someone who debates something in my mind. I just kind of, go at it, work through it, get it done. It was not hard at all. It was not confusing. They guide you through it every page. This is your nameplate page. What if today is the day that changes everything? You have beauty. Cultivate is to break up the soil in preparation for new growth, to grow, to tend. You have 1 page of stickers that comes in your PowerSheets. PowerSheets are $60. That is only $2 more from last year. Last year they were $58. That is nothing compared with how much they've had to spend for the hardbound covers, I know, and the O-rings and all the upgrades they've made, and even more color pages in it. They really tried, they talked about this, to not raise the price to where it inhibited people who have always loved PowerSheets from being able to get them again. Page of stickers. If you don't need a lot of stickers, then this is just enough to brighten up your planner. You don't have to feel like you have to buy the sticker book if that's not something you're interested in. There are 28 pages of goal prep. I counted. That is the same as last year, but not all 28 pages are pages you write on, you guys. Some are complete like this with instruction and coaching. Okay, some are big pages you fill in. See here, so you're not having to fill in every page. There's motivational quotes in here on some pages. I'm just going to flip all through this prep work and then I'll talk a little bit about it. More motivational quotes. So not every page is something that you are fully filling in. Do not be intimidated by that if you want to try this planner. I promise. It took me like 2 30-minute sessions to get through my prep pages. It definitely did not take me more than an hour to get through my prep work. You're going to come up with goal ideas on this page. Every page has some coaching, but I'm just not going to be able to read through all that. You have kind of thinking about who are you and what makes you unique. Then you have what fires me up. Then you have your cultivated life evaluation. It's just evaluating your life in each one of these areas, which you see in lots of goal planners, and thinking about each area and which one that you want to work on. Break your identity box, who I really am. I am moving past fear, good things, challenges, lessons I learned, people I'm grateful for, the big picture, my legacy. Mark your threads. Threads are things throughout this prep work that kind of weave together like a quilt. So many of the things, you might have like 4 things you want to work on, but they actually weave together into one goal. That's what they help you do here. Then my cultivated year, brainstorm your year ahead. I am saying no to, I am saying yes to. Choose a word of the year. And then this is kind of like your beautiful page for your word of the year and why you chose that word. And you know what, you guys? This does not have to be your word the whole year. In fact, in each of the seasonal refreshes, they actually have a place for my word for the next 3 months. So definitely start with a word, but know that you can, change it with every quarterly seasonal refresh if you want to, or it can stay as your guiding light for the whole year, and you can have kind of another word to focus on for each 3-month period. Don't be too scared about picking a word for the whole year. It doesn't have to seem like the biggest decision of your life. It is not like choosing a name for your child, okay? It's just a word possibly for 3 months to focus on. I feel like that the people that are intimidated the most by PowerSheets are those that might have a hard time making decisions, or those that might be a little bit on the perfectionist side of things, which I am not, so I really can't relate to and speak to that, but PowerSheets have been amazing for me. I would say though, if you are on that end of the spectrum, it could help you break that mold, because you can go into this thinking, I am not going to write every page perfectly. I am not going to worry about how I answer every question, because that's the point. It's supposed to be, what comes to your mind with each question. Your first response is generally your gut response and what you're really feeling. So go with that. Then you have Imagine It Your Best Year, and then you have your vision board, goal get 'em, and you start your goal section next. So first you have your prep work section, which is not labeled with a tab, but that's just your beginning. 28 pages of prep work, and then from that prep work, you come into taking all that prep work and they guide you onto how to choose your goals from that prep work, how to choose your best goals. Simplify your year. Then you have your page where you are going to define your 2020 goals. But don't be scared here, because in every seasonal refresh, if you come back here, you can refresh your goals. So every quarter, they might change a little bit. They might morph into something else, or some of them might even be abandoned. You may have not met that goal, but it might be something that has become unimportant because some big things have changed in your life and you need to look at a new direction. Every season you get a refresh, every quarter. Here are your goals for the year though. You have up to 8. Last year I only chose 4. I don't know how many I'll come out with this year. I definitely don't want you to feel like you need to have 8. I believe Laura only had 4 last year too. I know she didn't have the full amount. Then you have this page which takes you through the action plan worksheets and giving you tips on each section. These are your action plan worksheets. Once you've come out with your goals, whether it's 3 or 5 or the 8, you have a 2-page action plan worksheet for each goal. Goal 1, you have a progress bar up here for that goal for throughout the year. Those are very motivational to fill in. Your goal for this year, why, the positive effect taking action on this goal might have on me and others, what is at stake if I don't start this goal, thinking about where you are now, your starting point, and where you want to be at the end of the year, what needs to happen in the in-between, brainstorm what needs to happen to get you from here to there. And then within that goal, you have mini goals, 3 mini goals, and within those mini goals, you have what are the starting steps. This is a new breakdown from last year, and I think it is so helpful. The pages, the main guidance has not changed from last year, but your action plan, like the breakdown of the 2 action plan pages, has changed a little bit, and this part is new. So they have just improved and streamlined what they can to make the process even simpler and more clear and less intimidating for you. I think breaking your goal down into 3 mini goals, and then having starting steps, which I think are the points that really trip people up, is what are those starting steps to get to that goal? And then you have a date for when, and then a note section. You have this 2-page spread for every goal, your goal right there. And I will mention here, this is where the color coding from your sticker book can come in on these pages, on the tending list, and on the page where you set up your goals. See those little flags? You're supposed to assign a color. And if you don't buy the sticker book, you could just color those in. But they have a color coding system here. Color coding dots for every tending list. And then you have color coding flags. And we're going to go through this whole sticker book. And the flags go there. So you can assign each goal a color and carry it throughout the year. They also have progress bar stickers that when you fill up a progress bar of coloring it in, you can stick a progress bar sticker over it. Here are your progress bar stickers. For example, if you have completed your entire first goal, you can take a progress bar sticker off here and you can stick it up here. So even if you've been coloring it in all along the way, you might like to stick a sticker on it at the end, and the progress bar stickers fit perfectly this year. You have those same repeated pages up to your 8 goals. Then you have a yearly overview, and this is a little changed from last year. They have broken it up into quarters, which I love. So this is laid out differently where you have Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4, which is the way my brain thinks. So good that they changed that. So you're going to think about when you're going to sketch out action steps and sketch out when you want different goals to possibly be worked on. And that way you're not making yourself burdened down by goals. Like say in Q1, when we're all excited about really working on goals, but maybe you really need to look at what you have going on in Q1 and should you really be working on focusing on all 4 goals then? That's something to think about. This yearly overview is a very helpful page to flip back to. Cultivate is now selling those cute little magnet bookmarks, which I don't have one of theirs yet from this year, but this would be a good page to like leave a magnet bookmark on to keep referring back to. I also think just your 10 goals pages up here showing all 10 goals would be a good page to leave a magnet bookmark on to flip back to. Then you go into your monthlies, and every monthly is a thick like coated tabbed page and laminated tabs that are in gold. The whole book is just beautiful, you guys, really beautiful, and motivational quotes and coaching throughout. In January, and the name is on the back of the tabbed page too. For every month, you have 4 pages. So front and back, it would be 8 pages, and they are all the same for every monthly check-in. So let's go through those. Your first page is prepare well. Well, actually, I should say in January, they give you 2 extra pages, and I'll show those to you. But then every other month has the same 4 pages. Prepare well is one of those. You have important to-dos, I'm excited for, on my mind, and I'm hopeful that. So for each month, you're kind of clearing your mental headspace and heart space to be able to move forward with clarity, getting this brain dump out. Then this is new that they added this year. They added a full calendar, dated calendar, which I love and I'm so excited for. I think it is helpful in mapping out your goals. Of course, if you don't use a planner and you wanted to use this as your calendar to also put appointments and events on, that would totally work too. Mine will most likely just be when I'm wanting to take steps on those goals and when action steps are going to be happening. It's nice to be able to look at your month. You might also want to write big events on here. Let's say you have a lot going on one month. Well, you want to look at, whoa, this month is full of events or family things or things for my kids. It's not the best month to cram in, working on cleaning out 5 rooms in my house. So I need to look at all my months and see when is the best time to put that on my calendar. Here's some big notes lines here every month to be able to map out those goals. Now, these pages are not in every month. This is just in January. You have little by little by little by little by Laura, and then you have top tending tips. So these are tips to help you on your tending list sheet every month. So this is just in January. If you are new to PowerSheets, I recommend that you read through PowerSheets from beginning to end before you even start them. I don't think I said that yet in this video. I did this last year and it was immensely helpful. Sit down one day and it's fun. It doesn't take as long as reading a book because there's not that much to read. Read through your PowerSheets from beginning to end, and then you just have a really good scope of the flow of the book and where you want to go with it. You don't feel confused at any point while you're working through it. Definitely read through all their coaching and tips. And these top tending tips are very helpful if you're new to PowerSheets. Make what matters happen this month. So goals to focus on this month and action ideas for those goals. And they give you help and coaching there. The tending list is where all the magic happens, in my opinion. You do all the prep work to be able to create this tending list every month and to be able to monitor yourself. This tending list is really simple and really motivational and very easy to use. And it fits all in one page. And I think that's just something I love about it. It is perforated so you can tear it off and stick it on your bulletin board or your magnet board or your refrigerator, or stick it in your planner, or stick it on a clipboard, on an easel on your desk. Now this year, my PowerSheets, I did not. I kept it laid out. Like half the year, it was on my dresser in my bedroom right by my nightstand to kind of check in every night. And the other half of the year, I moved it to my office, to the bookshelf that is behind my desk where I'm always setting things, so I could turn around and always be checking in with it there. But this next year, so I kept all mine attached for this year, 2019. In 2020, I'm really planning on trying out to see if I like it better, tearing out the sheets, then putting them on a clipboard, on an easel on my desk, and I'm just going to see if I like that better. There is a place in every month. So the back of your tending list has nothing printed on it because they know you might tear it out and put it somewhere else. And then if you want to attach your tending list to go with that month. There are pages every month you can attach it to. There's like pages right here where you could also put wildcard pages, which we'll go into. You can just tape it in with washi tape, or you can use it instead of for wildcard pages to tape back in your tending list if you tore it out. So a typical month going into February, and every month has another quote to motivate you on it. Going into February, these are the pages you'll have every month without the extra January instruction. Prepare well. Then you'll go into your monthly calendar spread. Make what matters happen this month. Tending list for this month. The back of the tending list is blank, which you can put a wildcard page if you're leaving it in this book. Then you will have a month in review. Okay, we skipped that for January. I skipped showing you the monthly review for January, but this is your other page that's in every month. They've changed the monthly review a little bit, just in that they've added all this color to this page, and I love it. And they made sure that it was color that took pen well. I'm just going to show you down here because I don't know if this is the one I'm going to use or the teal, but the pen writes really well on the color. And then I'm wiping right after I wrote. You guys, I didn't even give that any dry time, and it is not smearing. So this feels the same as just the normal paper. So they've done a really good job on making sure those colored boxes are easy to write on with pen. And I just love the colored boxes. They're fun. That ends every month. And like I said, there's a great place to tape back in your tending list. Then you have March, and you're going to go through the same until you get to your seasonal refreshes or your quarterly refreshes. I like how she's labeled them by season. So this is your spring refresh, and look how beautiful. It's all focused on spring. If you aren't in the US, it won't quite flow with your seasons. I love that it flows with our seasons. Each seasonal refresh is a little bit different. The first page is focused on the season, and then the rest of the pages are the same. The first page for spring is clear the clutter checklist. The first page for summer is have a fruitful summer. The first page for fall is savoring cultivates contentment. After you get past the one page devoted to that season, the rest of the pages in the seasonal refresh are the same. You have a goal refresh where you get to think about each category of your life again and rate it, what you want to work on in each category you're refreshing, your word for the next 3 months, and then your goal refresh. If you want to keep the exact same goals, then write them out the exact same. I think it helps to rewrite them to keep them fresh in our minds. But many times I know that we might come to a goal and decide to change it up a little bit, or we might have to abandon a goal when big changes happen in our lives. So be open to that. Then you go into your next season. I'll kind of show you each tabbed page, and the tabbed pages, the colors change by quarter. So the colors stay the same for each quarter, and then a new quarter, you get a new color. Here's your summer refresh. Have a fruitful summer. And then all your refresh pages are once again the same goal refresh for that season. And then we'll go through July, August, September. I love all the beautiful colors. Then you have your fall refresh. I like how the refresh pages this year are just white with a little bit of color for that season. Love that. This was my favorite refresh page to fill out this year. What I want to savor this season in the fall, and savoring cultivates contentment. It sure does. You go into your last months of the year. October, November, December, the last quarter of the year. At the end of December, you have those same monthly refresh pages, and then you come to celebrate progress. And at the very end of your PowerSheets is a celebrating 2020 page, which I forgot about for like half the year this year. So don't forget about this page, you guys, because I think it's a really fun one to look back on if you remember to fill it out every month. It's just a highlight from every month of the year. Celebrate all your progress or celebrate a special moment that month. So something to highlight from that month, something fun. And I wish that I wouldn't have forgot about it for like 6 months out of the year, because you guys, it is hard to remember. I might be able to go in and fill out the blank months if I comb through my planner and see what was going on, but it won't be the same as filling it in just as it's happening. Then you have Laura's handwriting again back here with her famous quote. The end, a little note from Laura. I love PowerSheets, you guys. I have grown to love PowerSheets in only the 1 year that I've used them. Now we are going to jump into the accessories I was sent. You know what? First, let's do the wildcard pages because those are pretty quick. You can buy a wildcard page pack for $10. It comes with 24 pages. You can also just print them off for free, and I don't believe they're in color when you print them off for free. I think they're black and white. They're free printable library, and then they're made to be able to cut out to this exact size. And where these fit are exactly where I was showing you on the back of your tending list and the extra page. So there's 2 2 places each month you could put them. You can put them on the back of your tending list. You tape them in with cute washi tape. Look at that. And they fit perfectly. They can also fit on this back page. So each month you have 2 places you could put a wildcard page. Unless you tear out your tending list, then you would only have really 1 place to put your wildcard page. In this wildcard page pack, you get 24 sheets, like I said, for $10. And it's just basically so you get them in color and you don't have to print them out yourself. If you want to throw this pack in with your order, and I believe it comes in with one of their bundles that they're going to have on launch day too. And you get 1 perpetual calendar, so just the months of the year if you want to keep track of birthdays or anniversaries or anything else you want to keep track of on the months of the year. You get 4 fun lists. I didn't leave all 4 in here. I just wanted to be able to flip through quickly. Use this sheet to brainstorm a seasonal bucket list or add adventures as you complete them as a record of happy memories. I do much better adding in a record of happy memories than I do with doing a bucket list. You have an organizing and decluttering page. You get 2 of these. So if you want to break down when you're going to organize and declutter certain spaces of your house, you get 2 cultivated self-care. So taking care of your body, mind, and spirit. You get a what to read next list. And then you get a books I've read this year list and being able to rate it with a star system. You get to create a life-giving home to kind of tend to your home. What do you need to keep track of once a month? What do you need to do once a week? What do you need to do every day? And what do you need to do once a season? You have 2 relationship tending pages to focus on any relationships you want to. You have 4 financial check-in pages. You have a go-to meals, so favorite breakfast, favorite lunch, favorite dinner, to just be able to go to and remember and flip to. You have 2 notes pages. Those are pretty. And then you have 2 goals at a glance. So this way you could carry this with you if you didn't even want to tape it in here. This could be sitting on your desk or bulletin board. This could be sitting in your planner. That's the wildcard page pack. Let's look at the accessory zipper pouch. This accessory pouch is called the Blooms one, and I'm going to show you how it fits on here. You can actually fit a ton of pins in here, or you can just fit a few pins, or maybe you just want your cell phone and the sticker book. The sticker book fits in here this year. They made it a little bit bigger than last year because last year it was really tough to get the sticker book in and out. And look, this year, even while it's hooked on my book, I can easily get the sticker book in and out. They made it extra big this year just to accommodate your sticker book. You could fit the sticker book plus a ton of pins. Laura Casey did an IGTV on Cultivate What Matters. She, I think, showed 10 uses in that IGTV for this accessory pouch. It was a pretty funny video. So if you're interested, go check that out on the Cultivate What Matters IGTV. This pouch, besides being great for a sticker book, is great for so many other things, and she highlighted that in her video. I want to show you a comparison from last year's pouch in case you have last year's. It's just a little bit bigger, like an inch bigger, and that was to accommodate the sticker book. But I have loved my pouches from last year. My pink one from last year is in my car. It just holds all kinds of extra things we need in there. That stays in my car. Now, last year, your insides were this wipeable, almost like oilcloth material, and it had the really cute little sprouts in there. I loved the inside of last year's. This year's is different. This year's is just material. The Blooms pouch is lined in teal. I haven't even taken this out yet, which is really beautiful. It's a beautiful teal, but it is just a normal material. It actually seems really durable, and it seems one that might repel water. It seems like that. I haven't tested it, but you can at least pull it out to dump crumbs out of. It also makes a great snack bag for your kids or for their little toys in the car. It fits on your headrest. Laura was showing that. So it can face them and fit on your headrest, and each kid can have a little bag. I personally don't use mine hooked to my PowerSheet because I'm not taking mine out of the house. I like to use it for all different things. Like I said, one stays in my car and the other one I've kind of used for travel or in a church bag. I've really enjoyed these pouches. The outside is completely wipeable. It has a little bit of texture and feels so good. They're just so cute and fun, and they have a really good quality pull on here. It's just a fun accessory pouch. I have showed this on Instagram. Here is like the Erin Condren Luxe bags, the size of them. And these might be sold out on her site now because I think they went into clearance. But this is the Erin Condren Planny Pack with the same type of design, but it is much, much smaller. If you have an Erin Condren Planny Pack, there is the difference. And you can see you can fit a lot more in this bag. These are just so fun and colorful. One big question I know people are going to ask me is if it fits on the Simplified planner. The Simplified planner is smaller. It still fits. It might overlap a tiny bit there. Still fits. It'll fit pretty much any planner or book because this band stretches so much. You could probably even put it over both of these put together. There you go. If you wanted to hook a big simplified planner together with your PowerSheets, this actually fits around all of them, and it can still even stretch more, and it seems very well made, like it is not gonna break. This is the Cultivate What Matters, I forget what it's called, the weekly like notepad. If you just want to outline your appointments, top 3 for the week, and some to-dos, it's $12. The cool thing is, guys, it's sticky. This page is sticky, has a big sticky section at the top, and you can stick it in. It works great with a daily planner. If you just want to have a week at a glance and a weekly list, it works great with the simplified planner or any other daily planner. It also works great just to keep in your PowerSheets. This exactly fits on a page in your simplified planner. It's not too big. I wanted to just be able to show you guys that. There are many other accessories coming out on launch day. I did get this really cute collection preview book. So they're going to have washi tape, which looks amazing, and I really would love to get. They have a big wall calendar, which I got last year, and they've improved it this year because they have a little coil. It looks beautiful. I watched their IGTV on that. There are your 3 colors for accessory pouches. They have a lime green, the blooms, and the teal, and they have their little Cultivate leaves there. You have a greeting card set, which I bought last year and have used a lot of. I would love this new greeting card set. I will probably be picking that up. I have so many magnetic bookmarks, but these are really cute ones. They have new goal cards to keep your goals like right in front of you. They have some postcards, wild card pages. They have some new sewn journals. There are their washi tapes, and they have some new legacy journals, which are just really nice journals. And then they have a new gift wrap book. Oh, it looks amazing and beautiful. They showed that on IGTV too. So there are lots of fun accessories. You guys, they have a bundle called the I Want It All bundle. And for $221, you get one of everything. This is just kind of a really fun bundle if you want to get a huge Christmas present early or something like that. But they do have a smaller bundle that, I think it's called your Best Year Yet bundle, and you can still save money on that. And that is a much smaller bundle. So that might be a bundle to look at. If you would like to see their collection guide, that is online on the Cultivate What Matters site. I just want to go over a few questions before I wrap this up. These are all questions I got on Instagram, and they're questions that everyone might ask. Okay, I already covered, is the prep work streamlined from last year? It's still the 28 pages, but they have streamlined some of the pages to just make them simpler and more clear and more to the point. So it's the same amount of prep work, but streamlined. Somebody asked, do the rings go all the way around in an O-ring? Because she's had trouble with her back covers coming off. These are not separated at all. This is the way O-rings are attached. They come up to each other, and this back cover is not coming off. These rings are not separated at all. I have already answered this one throughout the video. What makes the PowerSheets a good tool and keeps you accountable to accomplish big goals? So how have they personally helped me? I think I outlined that really well in the video. They have helped me because they are motivational. They have really good guides and coaching in them. Because they are beautiful and every page is beautiful, I'm motivated to use it because it's simple and beautiful. And the tending list just works for me. It just really works to go through that monthly tending list. You know what? I'm not even sure. I didn't even go through the tending list. Oh, you guys, I have so much to tell you. And I forgot one of the most very important things in the whole book, the tending list. Your monthly tending list has encouraging words, hot priority. Then you have your monthly action items. So those are the things that you're going to be working on throughout the month. And you get to color in your progress bar as you're working on those. Then you have weekly action items. What are some things that you need to make progress on every single week? So weeks 1 through 5, you can check off there. And then you have daily action items. So habits that you want to build and be able to habit track every single day of the month. And you have those check off boxes or color in boxes there. And you have room for 5 habits. You have 8 weekly action items and 10 monthly action items. So this is the tending list. This is the gold. Whether you color it in at all, or you use stickers, or you use colorful pens, it really doesn't matter. What matters is that you look at it almost every day, that you check in with it, that you keep making progress on those things that you listed that you said were important to make progress on that month. Towards those habits that you want to build, towards those goals that you want to work on. That is your tending list. And really, this is what I call the magic of PowerSheets, or the gold. I love that it can be taken out. I love that it's simple. and encouraging. Have I personally been able to accomplish goals with PowerSheets? Yes, that was a question I was asked. Until this year, when I started PowerSheets, there has honestly not been a goal planner that I was really motivated to use. I don't know why. I never felt super motivated to use any of the other goal planners that I had seen. I had done some goal planning within my planners, within the planners, when some goal planning is included, but not this intensive. I have done that within my planner. I haven't consistently stuck with it throughout the year until the PowerSheets. It's probably just something that clicked with my personality and the right time of life and the right season I was in. And it was just the right thing to try. I have to be honest, where I heard about PowerSheets for about a whole year before I decided to take the jump and try them. People had been asking me about them and if I was going to try them. And I was like, I don't know. Tried other goal things and wasn't too excited about them. Then my friend over at PhD in Planning on Instagram, she has used them for 4 years in a row and she just absolutely loves them. She had done an Instagram stories and we had become good friends, so we had a connection. And she had done an Instagram stories, which I think are still saved in her stories, all about why she loves PowerSheets and how they've helped her. After watching her stories, that was it. I was like, okay, yeah, I really want to try these. I at least want to try them. I wasn't sold on that they were going to make a huge difference in my life, but I definitely wanted to try them. So I got them last year. And I can tell you from day one, I was impressed with them. From day one, I was excited to use them. And every month, I've consistently made progress on my goals. Consistently. And I would not have done that without this tending list and this accountability system. Will these magically make you a more productive person, someone who wants to make these goals and works towards them and keep track of habits? No, you have to want to do that. You still have to do the work and you have to do the check-in every day or every other day or every couple days at least. You have to be consistently on it working towards this. I've heard of lots of people who buy PowerSheets and, they don't use them through the whole year because if you're not working in them, then they're not going to do anything for you. They just sit on a shelf and stay blank. If you are working in the PowerSheets though, and in them at least several times a week, looking at your tending list and reevaluating your progress, I really think that you will make progress on your goals. Do I love this cover? That was a question I got asked. I love the confetti cover, obviously, because I had the confetti cover last year and I still picked the same one this year. All the colors make me happy. They added in the gold metallic this year. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful in person. Someone asked me to compare this to the Erin Condren Petite Planner, Goal Planner. I have a whole video about that I just recently filmed a few weeks ago. And a big question, are the fonts bigger this year? Are the fonts darker this year? Yes and yes, especially on the tending list, people ask. The fonts are bigger and the fonts are darker this year. Look, you can just see bigger fonts. Every single font is bigger and darker. And these lines are darker. The progress bars are darker. So everything throughout the planner, the fonts were made a little bit bigger and a little bit darker because they were asked to do that. And PowerSheets really tries to do what they are asked for their people. Guys, thanks for sticking with me on this long video, but I was told that you guys wanted me to cover all these points. This is what people told me on Instagram, and that it was okay if it was longer because they would rather have all the details. So I hope this helped to answer all your questions. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. I would love to hear what you're thinking. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask them. If you are ordering from Cultivate at any time during the year or tomorrow on launch day, my affiliate link is down below in this video. If you just click on that link before you buy, it takes you to their website, just like you would go to their website in a Google search. It takes you there. You don't see anything different, but it gives me credit for your sale. And that really helps me out. You can bookmark that link and just leave it as your Cultivate bookmark so it's ready for launch day or ready for any purchases throughout the year. And I would be so grateful if you could do that for me and help me out as I try to serve you with videos and on Instagram and answering questions and help you guys to make your decisions. I really appreciate it. All the support and love does not go unnoticed. Thanks so much, guys. Happy goal planning, and we'll see you next time.